Hey, hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life and Drawing Podcast. This is podcast episode 49. And you probably, let me start my timer. And you probably wouldn't believe it. I was contemplating before hitting record if I should continue using the word or the terminology podcast. And I was like, I mean, typically podcasts are usually an hour in length or 50 minutes. And then, of course, you have those that are 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5, 3.5 hours. Who knows? Can I get to that point? Probably not. With Well, I mean, I could definitely draw for a stint of 2 hours or an hour and a half. Man, I'm getting warm. I turned off my ceiling fan because the the ambient I don't know, it's just called, well, yeah, it is ambient. The ambient noise of the spinning propellers can sometimes override the sound in the background. But now I'm getting kind of sweaty. So I may just pause real quick and turn it on. So, but anyway, so this episode, episode 49, is titled Be Yourself. It's going between be yourself or don't lose yourself. As some of you may know, the very acclaimed artist Eminem and one of his, most popular, or one of his most popular songs, you gotta lose yourself. For this, I'm saying, be yourself, don't lose yourself, and you'll see why. So let's get into it. And so, hopefully, this is not too loud. Yeah. So be yourself. And by that, what do I mean? So this channel, my purpose or intent behind this channel was to just to create a very casual atmosphere where we could have topical discussions, questions of whatever variety, life questions, how to prepare for a test. Now this is interesting. So I turned my ceiling fan off to minimize background ambient noises. I have my PlayStation on, and it's running downloads, and the fan of the PlayStation is kicking in. So can't escape it. There will be ambient noises. So I just thought that was funny. Oh, now it stopped. All right, that was a side tangent. I'm like a little dog that's like squirrel. So yeah, so the intent was just to create a very casual, communal atmosphere to discuss questions you have, and to not necessarily generate answers for those questions, but to discuss them and hopefully come to a a resolution that may not always be a solution, to the problem, but at least having it aired out. Because sometimes just talking about an issue can be helpful to bring about closure to that issue, or at least a step closer to closure. But that was generally the gist of the premise for the channel. Of course, and by doing that, incorporating what I love to do, which is art and drawing, and to have that as a backdrop to what I believe in part my calling to be, and which is being a helpful hand to those who may need it, or just may need someone to listen to or sound stuff off on. And so I thought, hey, I could just mash those things up and hey, have a channel and a podcast that deals with life discussions, conversations. That can be the purpose for it is to be a healing time for everyone involved, and even just those who are just listening, and just so that was the intent, and of course definitely would having the channel grow would be huge as well. I mean, so but not a but. So I just I went on with that, with certain some of the videos, and but not didn't really get any traction, any views. And granted, I mean, channels, there's only like 10 subscribers at this point, and before that it was less than that. But then I've been looking at videos of how to grow your YouTube channel, and the purpose, well, it's multifaceted. Definitely want a bigger audience, and bigger audience comes a greater reach, so that's more folks to help out, and a bigger audience, more opportunities, financial opportunities, financial benefits as well. Really just a trifold purpose of, hey, being able to help people and be supported by that as well, or through that, and so and the thing is, honestly, I mean it would be really wonderful down the road, as far as if this becomes a side gig, but more importantly, well, my mission, or what I feel my mission to be, is to reach folks, and to help folks with whatever situations they may be dealing with, or to help point them to where they would need to help, because I don't have all the answers or any of the answers, and so, but to just to be a beacon as such, to, hey, may need to go here, or stop going in that direction, that's not going to lead to anywhere fruitful, stuff like that. So greater audience, greater reach, that's the most important thing. Everything else would be gravy, and would it be nice? Certainly, but that's not That's not the main goal. The main goal is to grow and expand, and to be wise with what the expansion brings. And so all that to say, I was just looking at ways, hey, how to grow your channel, and and they were very helpful videos. I'll shout out to Think Media, because there were some of the videos, seminars I sat through, and honestly, I don't think I paid for any of those. They were all like free, and they were extremely helpful, and so what am I getting to? But then there were certain concepts where I'm like, I don't know, I necessarily want to change my overall concept when it comes to finding your niche, or finding the niche that is going to be best suited to generate to create a ongoing, thriving, audience based program. And so one of the things, we're like being on camera, doing how-to videos, is a great way to get the ball rolling. Tutorials, training stuff, videos of that content. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I can do that. I'm not no master in the fine arts, but there are definitely tips I've learned and along the way, and certain foundational trainings I've received, and that's been helpful, and have stuck with me, and that I still use to this day. I can definitely share those. And so I said, okay, yeah, I'll try some of those videos. Meanwhile, doing this podcast style video was still the main thing that I wanted to focus on. And it may not be the style and the type, or the niche element that's going to generate a huge fan base rapidly. But that was not the initial intent. And so I was rather conflicted with, seems like I'm going to have to pursue something that I do want in the end, but it wasn't the what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't the catalyst for the mission, for the drive, the purpose, the vision. It wasn't, it'll be great when it becomes a part of that, but that wasn't the driving force for creating the videos. And so, but anyway, so I say I'll do it, and honestly, I mean, it worked. I'm trying to remember one video. I think drawing or coloring or something like that for beginners. I got like 24 views, and like I said, all these podcast videos, I think maybe I got up to 8. Oh, there's the wife entering. Hey, wife is saying bye. Have a safe run. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, my wife runs. She actually won a 5-miler. It was a Independence 5-miler race. First place, women overall. And I won't say the age group. So all right. So yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the videos. Yeah. So the podcast videos. I mean, I think maybe like 3 or 4 videos. And so, but then these how-to tutorial style videos, like 24 views. and then one that I didn't even think of, and it was done where I was drawing traditionally. It was inking. It was inking video, inking for beginners, and it was like a series of. It was like sketching. It was the same illustrative piece, but I was just creating steps. Sketching, then inking, and then coloring, stuff like that. And the inking video, even to this day, is like 119 views. Now, I granted, in the grand scheme of things, that's probably, that's pickings or whatever small synonym thing that you can say that's very small and insignificant when it compares to those who have, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, million subscribers. That's like nothing. But so when they're starting out, I think I only had like maybe 2 subscribers or 3. Then that video, I mean, it just kept creeping up. It was like 10 views, and I was like, oh wow. Then like 30 views, and I was, my goodness. And then 40, it just kept going up like every day. And then I saw my subscribers climbing from 3 to like 5 and 7. And again, these are not, Mr. Beast numbers. But, for someone that's just starting up and hadn't seen any real traction. And at this point, I think I had uploaded consistently like a video a week. I think I had like maybe 100 videos at this point in time, and so, but sorry, I'm talking more of the story and not sketching. But hey, that's what these podcast episodes are, more about the conversation and not so much about the illustration. See that? Bars. So, I'm such a nut, man. But hey, it's who I am. I can be weird and quirky. And it all goes into the title of this podcast. Be yourself. If you're quirky and you're weird in your own quirkiness, hey, own it. So, but I saw that, and this is getting into the genesis of the naming of this title. Be yourself, because I was like, oh my goodness, that's great. So you know what, let me see if I can make another video, and it all makes sense. I mean, you want to grow, and I mean, any sort of business sense, I mean, that's what you want. And you want to grow, you want to expand, so that you can reach more, do more in your field. And so, but I saw that I was becoming consumed by it, because I was constantly checking my channel. I think I peaked at 12 subscribers. I was like, oh my goodness, 12 subscribers. I've hit double digits, and I was like, you know what, man, I got to try to squeeze out another video, something, and I think I did like 2 videos within 5 days, and the views just slowed down. And I was like, oh geez, did I do something to the algorithm gods? Did I overreach somehow? And I don't know. It was interesting to see, and then I had to catch myself, because I was like, you know what? I'm not really focusing on the main thing that I started the channel, or I shouldn't say started, but revamped the channel for, and it was for creating videos that would be conversational. Although at this point it's just one way, you're just hearing my voice, but the whole concept and vision for it is that, hey, you would leave comments, and hopefully I'll be able to address those comments as best as I can. But now I'm seeing some growth in the tutorial videos, and it's not saying that I won't do those. I like to be very faceted, and so, and I like to mix things up. And if you scroll through my videos, you'll see there are some videos of gaming, and I don't think I have any views on those aside from myself watching it and just seeing what I need to improve upon or how the video actually turned out. And so, but I like to mix things up, and so, but I know with YouTube, sometimes that can affect traffic flow too as well, and there needs to be a certain level of consistency. But hey, man, I'm a rounded human being, and so I have to reconcile those things, working within the algorithm while still being myself and maintaining my mission or being on mission and keeping the vision of, hey, making videos that that's creating a community where, hey, folks who are looking for advice, some direction, can gather and hopefully receive that information to better their life and to gain some form of trajectory towards what they would like to do, or where they would like to go. So I came to a point where I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm starting to chase this thing, and I'm starting to lose myself, and I didn't really like it, and so not that I, in some ways, felt kind of like an imposter to my vision and purpose, and I didn't like it. I was just like, oh, I feel like I'm just chasing. Doesn't feel. It is authentic, but then it's making me feel inauthentic. Because helping someone, particularly if I come across a random person and they happen to be an artist, I mean, it's an instant connection type thing. It's like, oh, what you draw? What do you draw? Oh, wow, you draw landscapes? That's cool. Your technique, but like there's, I mean, of course, once the person is not a jerk or whatever, you know what I mean, and I don't come across as a creep, but once there's like a mutual connection, it's easy. It becomes common ground because it's there's this common thread that you and the other individual has, and so I lost my train of thought where I was going with that example. So it didn't. I don't want to say it was inauthentic because it was it's exciting when I'm creating something that's going to help someone grow in their pursuit of improving their skill. Because I'm biased towards artists, visual artists. So yeah, man, if I can help propel someone to be 100 times better than I am, I'm all for it. Because I like drawing, I like consuming art. Growing up, I would say, man, I'm consumed by art. As corny as that is, but I was just really fully consumed with art. Now, having a family, I mean, I still am. It's not like I'm giving up on the dream of doing this full time, from my comics to illustrations to paintings as well. But it's a slower process when you have a family, you have kids, and because that's important. That's most important, honestly, in my opinion. I don't want to sacrifice that if it means I'm not going to be the greatest in that field, but I will have the connection and fortitude, love from my two boys and my wife. That's the greatest reward right there. I don't want to jeopardize that for greatness. And so, but hey, man, if you're single, pursue greatness. Pursue it now, so that way, if you do have a family, you've achieved it, and you can have a better avenue and ability to create that balance. And so, sorry, didn't want to go on a spiel, but yeah. So I'm gonna still continue to do the tutorial videos, but I'm not gonna chase it. And that's what I was afraid I was doing. That's what I was afraid I was doing. I was afraid I was pursuing it far too much. I was definitely getting caught up with, oh man, I got to do this video, and hopefully this will, I create this other video that creates another 100 views. We can get up to 500 views, maybe 20 subscribers, 100 subscribers, and stuff like that. And I gotta trust, Yahweh will work it out however He wants, and I need to apply wisdom and ask for the wisdom to appropriately react to whatever success, and by that being response to the videos, or the lack thereof. How do I respond to that, and how do I improve? And so yeah. So be yourself in whatever endeavors you're doing, whether it's something online or just social life. Be yourself. If you feel like you're in school and you're like, oh, you know what? When I hang out with this certain crowd, or when I talk about these certain things, there's, of course, it is summertime now, but you can just reflect back when school was still in session. People laughed more, and I felt I was getting more into the in crowd. But there may have been certain things I was compromising on. Maybe some of my views I was compromising on, some of my my principles. I compromised a little bit on, just to get a greater response and interaction from my peers and friends, or I'm uploading photos, and so I'm uploading a little bit more risque photos, and man, I'm getting more views, whatever it is, be yourself, and trust that, hey, being consistent, improving upon what you are doing, those things will come. May not come at the abundance we would want, but you may receive the quality of response that you really want, and I think that's the best thing. You get quality responses, quality interactions. Vastly outweighs the fluff of just mass response and reception. And again, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but you don't want to lose yourself. You want to ensure that, hey, this is something that I do, and this is me, authentically, and if that's the case, then you're good. So, but if not, then you're chasing something that's not you. My catchphrase: pursue your dreams. You go on my website, michelolotti.com. It's right there. You sign, bam, it's pursue your dreams. So yeah, chase your dreams. And as you're chasing your dreams, you're still being yourself. So you don't want to lose yourself as you're chasing your dreams, because then you're gonna leave a trail of regret. And it's like, oh, I did this, I compromised here, oh, I shortcut here. No, just be yourself, your authentic self, and trust trust the process. And that's hard to say when because I want to see growth. I'm creating videos, and I mean, they're not the most stellar videos, but I'm being active and being proactive and being diligent. I don't see anything, and at the same time, I know that hey, from listening and watching videos of other creators, hey, takes a couple of years before they've, and I'm like, so I got to remember that that yeah, it's going to take some time, and I've got to trust. Um, I got to trust my passion and just keep going forward, And um, so I think I hear my boys. I think I hear the oldest one that's jumping in the background and in their room. And so I am going to call it quits for now. But again, I hope this video was helpful. Indeed, I hope it was. And those who watch the videos, you probably wouldn't have seen anything different as far as how I was feeling. But I just wanted to be honest, because I was like, I'm chasing this thing in a way that I don't want to chase it, and I want to be careful with how I am going about that. And so thanks for listening to me ramble somewhat with this podcast, episode 49, Be Yourself. Be sure to like and follow my YouTube channel, because yes, I do want it to grow. And you can be sure to like and subscribe. You can also go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Michelot Comics. Instagram as well. It was just, Michelot Lolly. And for the creation of all of my work, you go to my website, which is michelololly.com. And to pursue if you want to support what I do, you can go to my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Michelot Lully. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and watch this video. Truly appreciate it. Means a lot. It does. And be yourself, guys. Don't lose yourself. Be yourself and trust you will attain that which you are seeking after, and trust that the Lord will see you through, and it may not be the manner of which you want it to come or to manifest itself, but hey, it will. So till next time, grace and peace.